Donald John Trump. Billionaire businessman, controversial figure, and two-term US president, with a non-consecutive comeback after winning the 2024 election. Trump is one of the most polarizing and influential figures in recent American political history. In this documentary, we will explore his journey, from his roots in New York real estate to his first term in the White House, the turbulent exit in 2020, the assassination attempt that nearly took his life, and the impact of his return to power in 2024. A story of success, controversies, challenges, and resilience that has marked not only his life but also American political history. Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in the Queens neighborhood of New York City. The son of Fred Trump, a successful real estate developer, and Mary Trump, he grew up in an environment where business and ambition were core values. From a young age, he was encouraged by his father to adopt a determined, competitive, and results-oriented mindset. His father played a key role, teaching him the basics of the real estate market and how to thrive in an industry known for its highs and lows. In his teenage years, he attended the New York Military Academy, an experience that shaped his discipline and sense of leadership. In 1968, he graduated from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Shortly after, he began working in the family business, which primarily operated in middle-class housing. In the 1970s, Donald decided to expand the business into the heart of Manhattan, an ambitious move that set him apart from his father. In 1983, Trump opened the Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue, a luxurious skyscraper that became a symbol of his grand vision. He also acquired casinos in Atlantic City and diversified his ventures with golf courses and resorts around the world. His knack for self-promotion and love for the spotlight turned him into a well-known public figure. The UPS and Downs in business. Trump built a multi-million-dollar real estate empire, but his business journey had its highs and lows. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, he faced financial struggles and even had to declare bankruptcy in some of his enterprises. Yet Trump always found ways to bounce back. Over the years, his name became a brand, synonymous with luxury, power, and controversy. He diversified his brand, licensing his name for products like clothing and fragrances, and published books on business and entrepreneurship. By the 2000s, Trump was seen as a strong and divisive personality, but his public presence continued to grow with the television show The Apprentice. In 2004, Trump reached new fame by starring in the reality show The Apprentice. On the show, he coined the phrase, "You're fired," which became one of the most popular catchphrases on American TV. The show's success cemented Trump's image as a successful businessman and allowed him to build a base of admirers. This period was crucial for his transition into politics. The show connected him with the American public, who saw him as direct, unafraid to make tough calls, and seemingly embodying values of hard work and ambition. This exposure served as a platform that Trump later used to launch his presidential campaign. In 2015, Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. His promises were straightforward: protect the American economy, strengthen borders, and reduce foreign interference. Running as a Republican, he won one of the most polarized elections in recent history in 2016, defeating Hillary Clinton. During his first term, Trump implemented a series of landmark policies. He signed a major tax reform, prioritized border security, and adopted a protectionist stance on foreign trade. He withdrew the U.S. from multilateral agreements like the Paris Climate Agreement and sought to renegotiate other trade deals. However, his administration was filled with controversies. Trump faced several investigations and even an impeachment trial over allegations of abuse of power. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic also drew criticism. He remained a polarizing figure, with strong support from his base and intense opposition. After losing the 2020 election, Trump didn't step away from politics. He continued to influence the Republican Party and in 2023 announced his intention to run again. His 2024 campaign was marked by an even more direct message and the promise to take back America. During the 2024 presidential campaign, Trump experienced an event that nearly changed the course of his life and the election. At a rally in Pennsylvania, while speaking to thousands of supporters, he was the target of an assassination attempt that shocked the crowd. A gunshot grazed his right ear, slightly injuring him, but putting his life at risk. The incident triggered intense tension as security swiftly escorted him from the scene. This attack not only heightened security around Trump, but also fired up his base, who viewed him as a symbol of resilience and perseverance. The assassination attempt impacted his campaign, leading Trump to emphasize his promise to protect Americans from internal and external threats. He used the incident to highlight the need for strict national security measures, a priority in his new term. After the incident, Trump returned to the stage with a resolute tone, vowing that nothing would stop him from continuing his mission. The assassination scene became a defining moment in his campaign, and his return to rallies, despite the threat, only strengthened his image among voters. Trump's victory in 2024 was historic and strengthened his base of supporters. He became the first American president elected to 2 non-consecutive terms since Grover Cleveland. With a focus on economic recovery, security, and a foreign policy centered on American interests, Trump returned to the White House determined to make swift changes. In his new term, Trump continued a protectionist and national industry strengthening policy. His economic team prioritized incentives for American companies and resumed trade discussions with a more assertive approach. Trump's relationship with international allies also remained pragmatic, focusing on what he called real benefits for the country. However, the assassination attempt altered his approach with Congress and the opposition. He now has a firmer and more direct stance, with less willingness to compromise. Intent on solidifying his second-term legacy, Trump seems more focused on protecting his agenda and ensuring internal security than reaching consensus. Donald Trump remains a central figure in American political and business history. His legacy blends success and controversy, with a journey that spans building a real estate empire to shaping global politics. As president, Trump pursued policies aimed at reforming the economic system, adjusting international trade, and addressing issues like immigration and national security. Trump's re-election in 2024 marks not only a new chapter in his career, but also a unique moment in American politics. For his supporters, he represents a vision of strong leadership and a commitment to security and economic stability. For his critics, Trump remains controversial, symbolizing polarization and heated debates about the nation's future. Whatever the final judgment on his influence, Donald Trump's impact on the United States is undeniable. He leaves a legacy that prompts reflection on leadership, public policy, and the presidency's role in an era marked by deep divisions and rapid changes. History will continue to assess his time in office and what it represents for the nation.